Hello students, welcome to SC Maths class. After the Diwali vacation, again we are meeting at the video class. So we were discussing about the complex numbers, and at the previous online class we have discussed about the polar representation and the arc and plane, the modulus amplitude form, those type of things we have discussed. So here we will discuss about the square root. So before proceeding to the square root, some of the tricky sums are there for the polar representations. We will do those one or two sums, and after that we will discuss about the square roots of the complex numbers. So here one sum is there, that is you have to represent this one at the polar form. 1 plus 2i by 1 minus 3i. Actually in that class I have not discussed about this type of sums where the complex number is in fractional form. So we will discuss about now this one. So 1 plus 2i by 1 minus 3i. Here what you have to do, the simple trick, most simple trick, that is you have to multiply both the numerator and denominator with the complex conjugate of the denominator. So here let us do that one. So here it is 1 plus 2i into 1 plus 3i, and here it will be 1 plus 9, because 1 minus 9 I square means minus 1, so that will be plus 1, so 1 plus 9 it will be. So what we are getting here, it will be 1 plus, here it is 5i plus and 6i square, so 6i square means minus 6 by 10. So it is minus 5 plus 5i by 10, and so we can divide into two parts there, the real part and the imaginary part, and so it will be minus half plus half I. Okay, so this is now the simple form of this complex number, which was in the fractional form. We have converted into the linear form now. Now we will do the polar form as it is, what we have discussed previously, that is, let the polar form is r cos theta plus I sin theta. So here r is root over half square plus half square. So 1 by 4 plus 1 by 4, that means here it will be 4 by 4. So 1 by root 2, 1 by 2 it is, so 1 by root 2 it will come. And here it is, r is coming now, tan alpha equals to y by x, that is imaginary part by the real part. So it is half by minus half, so it is coming 1. So 1 means it is tan 45 degree, or you can say pi by 4. I have told you have to deduce into the radian. So it is tan pi by 4 now. So for tan pi by 4, now we have to check, that is in which quadrant it is lying. So here this is minus plus, so at the second quadrant the point is there. So obviously it will be pi minus alpha. So pi minus alpha means here it will be pi minus pi by 4. So 3 pi by 4 it will be there. So now theta equals to pi minus pi by 4. So here you can write alpha equals to pi by 4. So here it will be 3 pi by 4. So definitely now the polar form is r means here 1 by root 2 and cos 3 pi by 4 plus I sin 3 pi by 4. So in this way, if the complex number is in fractional form, then you will have to reduce that fractional form into the linear form, and after that, as it is, you will follow the method, you will get the result. Okay, so students, this is all about the polar forms what we have discussed previously, and now also we have discussed. And now we are going to discuss about the square root of a complex number. So students, now let us discuss about the square root of a complex number. This is also one of the most important concept of the complex numbers, that how to find the square root of a complex number which is in the form of a plus ib or x plus iy. So let us start. Let z equals to x plus iy. So obviously root z will be root over x plus iy. But students, just think, if it is given 2 plus 3i, so root over 2 plus 3i, what's the meaning of root over 2 plus 3i, or what's the value, proper value of root over 2 plus 3i? How you can find that one? That's the method of the square root of the complex number. So here root over x plus iy, how we will do this one? We will just take this one as a plus ib. Root over x plus iy, we are taking this as a plus ib. Okay, now this x plus iy, now we can say x plus iy is equals to a plus ib whole square, and so it can be a square plus a square minus b square plus 2iab. So this is the real part and 2ab is the imaginary part of this complex number. Now what we have taken, again see, this was the original complex number. We have taken the root of that complex number as a representation of another complex number, that is here a plus ib. Now what we are doing, we are squaring both sides. So here it is x plus iy it is coming. So this x plus iy we are getting here a square minus b square plus 2iab. Okay. So now if we compare those two, then here we are getting a square minus b square equals to x and 2ab is equals to y. Okay, now let us solve those two equations to find the values of a and b. Okay, so here to solve the a and b, let us find a square plus b square at first. A square plus b square means here it is a square plus b square. So here it will be root over a square minus b square whole square plus, wait once, let me see, a square minus b square whole square plus, it will be 2 it will cut out, plus it will come. So here it will be, we have to take 4a square b square. Yes, we have got this one. So here a square minus b square, that means it is root over x square plus it is 2ab whole square, that means x square plus y square. Okay. So students, finally what we are getting? So finally we are getting here a square minus b square equals to x, number 1 equation, and a square plus b square equals to root over x square plus y square, number 2 equation. Let us solve the equation 1 and 2. Solving 1 and 2, we are getting a square equals to half of root over x square plus y square plus x, and b square equals to minus, it will be so half of root over x square plus y square minus x. Okay, so we have got the values of a square and b square. Now that means here a equals to okay, from here I am writing, so implies that a equals to plus minus root over half, then this one x square plus y square plus x, and b equals to plus minus root over, similarly half x square plus y square under root minus x. Okay, so now we have to find, actually our motto is to find a plus ib. So that's why from here we can write a plus ib is equals to plus minus, if we take that as common, then root over half root x square plus y square plus x plus I root over half, actually this one, root over x square plus y square minus x. So this is a plus ib. So that means this is root over x plus iy, that means root z. So this is equals to root over z, which we are wanting to find. Okay, so students, this is the process. Actually one lengthy process also it is, but when this x and y will be substituted by the numbers, then it will be little bit easier. Okay, so this is the total process to find out the square root of a complex number. This is the theoretical part. Let us come to the application of this one with the help of one of the complex number. Let us take any of the complex numbers and let us find the square root of that complex number. So students, our first example, actually I will take one of the examples and you can find any of these. So z equals to, here we are taking 8 minus 15i. So at the same process we will do this one, we will compute the root of this complex number. So let root z equals to, what it is, 8 minus 59. So let us take it as x minus iy. Actually I have shown you the theoretical part with the plus. Actually here you have to see, if you can take here plus also, no any problem, but actually you have to see here at the middle the imaginary part, what the sign of the imaginary part. If it is minus, then it is better to take x minus iy, then the computation or the calculation will be little bit easier there. Okay, so now here squaring both sides, here it will get 8 minus 59. Okay, I am writing here squaring both sides. Squaring both sides, 8 minus 59 equals to x minus iy whole square. And so if you take this one, then it will be x square plus y square minus 2i xy. So here x square plus y square equals to 8 and 2xy equals to 15. Same as the theoretical part. What we have shown previously, with the same direction we will go here. Now we have to solve this one, and for solving this one we have to find x square minus y square there, and so for finding x square minus y square, what we have to do, x square minus y square equals to, yes, x square plus y square it is coming, wait, here it will be minus. Actually I have done the mistake. Here it is x square, here minus of plus of minus iy whole square. So obviously it will be minus. So here it is minus. So we have to find plus here. Okay. So x square plus y square is equals to, here you know this is the formula. So root over x square minus y square whole square plus 4xy or 4x square y square, 4x square y square, and so here we are getting root over x square minus y square means 64 plus here 4x square y square means 15 square. 15 square means 225. Directly I am writing 225. So definitely the answer here is coming root over 289. So it is coming 17 only. So x square plus y square, it is coming 17. Now if it is number 1 equation and it is number 2 equation, so solving 1 and 2, we are getting 2x square is equals to 25. So x square equals to 25 by 2, and y square we are getting here minus it will be, so here 8 minus 9, so 9, y square equals to 9, so y equals to, or y square, keep it like that, y square equals to y square, we have to find y. Okay, so directly we can find y there. So here y square equals to 9 by 2. So from here x equals to plus minus here 5 by root 2, and here y equals to plus minus 3 by root 2. Okay. So we have to find this one now. So then root z equals to x minus iy, so plus minus will be common, 5 by root 2 minus I 3 by root 2. Here one conclusion should be there. Actually I have not said you previously, that is the sign will depend upon the x y. Actually here xy equals to 15 by 2, it is greater than 0. So when the product of two terms comes greater than 0 for the real numbers, when the two terms comes greater than 0, that is when they are at the same sign, either both are negatives or both are positives. So here also it will be of the same sign, so definitely then root z, it can be we can write like that, that is either 5 by root 2 minus I 3 by root 2, or minus 5 by root 2 plus I 3 by root 2. You have to check whether the sign is positive or negative. If the sign is negative, then you can determine that is the sign of x and y are both are different, and if it is positive, the value of xy, if it is positive, then the sign will be same. So this is the process to find out the square root of the complex numbers. All the sums you have to just keep in the same dice, and also you will get the result. Okay, so students, today up to this you will practice those parts, you will take any of the complex numbers from your mind and then find the root of that complex number. So students, now up to this, thank you.